Hi guys, I'm Annie. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about my OnlyFans journey, where I started, when I started, how it went, some things that happened, and ultimately where I'm at now. But before we get started, I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys, if you enjoy this video, please subscribe to the channel. There will be several more that have a lot more information. Additionally, if you are just starting to get or thinking about getting into OnlyFans and you want to utilize my referral link below, your first 30 days, I will help guide you and coach you in any way possible to get you where you want to be and help you make, the most money you can. So, and when you use your referral or use my referral link, it does not take from you, it only takes from OnlyFans. So that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So my OnlyFans journey. I started OnlyFans in August of 2022. And when I initially started OnlyFans, I started it as a joke. So I started my OnlyFans after I'm a competitive pistol shooter and I love the shooting sports. I travel all over the US to shoot competitively. I just enjoy it. I'm not great at it. I'm not like this super high ranked competitor or anything. I love it. It's what I love. So that being said, I'm also a registered nurse and worked in the NICU for several years. But whenever I went to travel to competitions, a lot of the guys that I shot with routinely, we'd all go together. So that being said, one day one of the guys that I traveled with was making a joke and asking essentially where all of my money came from in order to be able to travel and shoot all the time. And then, of course, it was from nursing, 100%. That's where it came from. And that's what I said. And he said, "No, I don't believe you. I think you have an only shooters." So that started the joke. And of course, then it was carried on and everybody, picked up on it. They're a bunch of guys. So that's what you can expect. In turn to this consistent, constant joke about my only shooters, I decided I was going to take this joke a little bit further, a step further, and I was going to make one. So I made a free page right off the bat, made like 10 or 12 pieces of content, not a lot, just a handful, and made a TikTok. And with the intentions of being like, "Hey guys, you're right, check it out, I've got an only shooters," to just get the joke to quit, to stop, to just be whatever, and to mess with them. I mean, honestly, mentally, that gives me an edge in the competitive side of things. So anything I can do to mess with them a little bit, I always do. But so I posted my TikTok, my very first TikTok, and mind you, this was a thirst trap style TikTok in 2022. Back then that worked, and it worked well. I did not realize how well it would work. So I started my OnlyFans page, I posted my very first TikTok, and I woke up the next morning to 173 subscribers to my free page. That being said, I was like, whoa, okay, maybe there is more to this than what I had thought and what the joke, like the running joke was. Maybe this should be taken a little bit more serious and, it being a joke for my competition buddies. So that started the whole snowball for me for OnlyFans. So once I realized that, it had some sort of potential, I really went at it. I still worked 12-hour shifts 3 days a week as a registered nurse in the NICU. I just maintained a free page with pay-per-view content. My first month, I think I made like between $300 and $400. So I didn't make a lot of money, but it paid my car payment. My second month, I doubled that. And by my third month, which would have been October, I was in the top 4.5% of all creators. And it just compounded. Every month I was doing a little bit better and a little bit better. The end of October, here's the next one. The end of October, I found out that I was pregnant. So I went from being this like beautiful, badass competition girl who is a free spirit and does all of the things and travels to shoot and, you know, makes outdoor content and those things, to a falling into a pregnancy niche. So I continued without telling anybody or without letting any of my fans know that I was pregnant. I continued making content November and December, and in January, I got, at my anatomy scan, I received a diagnosis for my little boy. And he was born with a very rare congenital birth defect. It was diagnosed at my anatomy scan. It's, for those of you that want to look it up, it's called a congenital diaphragmatic hernia. Essentially, there's a hole in your diaphragm. So your diaphragm's the muscle you use to breathe, and his didn't develop correctly. All of his abdominal organs developed in his chest cavity because of that hole. And in turn, they smashed his lungs to the point that they were not capable of developing appropriately at all. So I had to go for treatment and follow-ups and everything during my pregnancy and at delivery in a different state. He was only given a 10% chance of survival, and we were in the NICU for 80 days. He had his surgery. He was a little trooper. He beat all of the odds, and he is now a happy, healthy, thriving 1-year-old. That being said, when I got the diagnosis in January, it sent me into a little bit of a downhill spiral. I was terrified. I was depressed. And I was just not in any mindset to do OnlyFans or even work at that point. I was just a disaster. But so I took some time off. I spent 18 months. I took 18 months away from OnlyFans, and I opted to come back this past April on my free page. And I did give updates. Like, I let my fans know what was going on. I let them know every step of the way how things were going. I would even post occasionally, just like a random picture here and there, not frequently, like maybe a couple times a month, if that. If I had any messages whenever I did log in, I would check them. So I didn't totally go ghost mode, but I quit posting content regularly or consistently at that point. So whenever I came back to my OnlyFans page and really started going out at it again, it was this past April to May. So April 2024, May 2024. And then it picked up. It was doing well again, not great, but it was picking up. I was making, $500, $600, $700 a month on my free page. And then in June, I decided, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. And I absolutely went at it. So June, July, August. We're now in September. So in June, I decided to make a premium page. I set my premium page up to where that's the only place that I do my messaging. I do 5 daily posts, like daily dirties. I interact and talk to my fans. I do polls. I play games. I do all of those things on my premium page. And my content is cheaper on my premium page. So in June, the month of June, I gained, I think, 25 or 30 premium subs. July was better. So in July, I gained a little over 100. August was booming. So I went from my 100, 125 to a little over 600. Sorry, I've got notes right here by the bed. But I went from a little there to a little over 600. And currently, as of now, here in September, I'm averaging anywhere from 50 to 75 new subscribers on my premium page every day. So, with all of that being said, I have made it. I'm climbing my way back up from from scratch. I'm starting over, and I am sitting right around between the 3 and the 4% mark. I bounce, I fluctuate. I think I've seen 2.9, 2.8 a few times, just depending on the day and how things are going. But that's about the story as of this far. I have learned a lot, I've grown a lot, and I feel like the changes that I've made and am continuing to make in my content style, my marketing style, the way that I present myself really make a difference in the traffic that I'm seeing and the fans that I'm seeing, and hopefully it continues that direction. So I will let you guys go. I hope you enjoyed this video just to give you the backstory about me, and I will be posting another one soon. All right, bye.